Hello everyone and welcome. I'm gonna start today a new topic series entitled How It Works. And for the first video, I chose the subject, the mechanical watch. How it works. Well, let's have a look over a mechanical watch and its components and its intricate movements. Let's learn how these time-showing masterpieces are working even today, because these types of mechanical gears were invented almost 400 years ago, and the basics of a mechanical watch remain the same. Right, here is how a mechanical watch looks inside all the gears, the pivots, and the components. Well, a mechanical watch mechanism, it's composed mainly by gears, pivots, and two springs. Well, first, let's have to know the main components. Main components. Well, here we have the screw, the case screw, the stem, the set lever screw, the crown wheel, and this gear is the ratchet wheel, and the click ratchet wheel, which holds its ends to move in just one way. Barrel bridge, center wheel pivot. Well, this is the center wheel, the center gear. The regulator for fast and slow. The balance cook. Here it's the balance wheel. The balance fork. The cook. And the escape wheel pivot, which holds the escape wheel. Well, let's have a look step by step. First, we're gonna talk about the classic and the basic mechanism of a Wirst watch or a mechanical clock. And it's first we look at the winding mechanism. This is the winding road, and here outside the crown is set, and with the help of the winding road, you're gonna charge the watch and we're gonna create energy for the motion with mechanical energy. So, in order to wind the watch in this direction only, by turning the winding road inside the watch, this is outside the watch, and inside the watch we have a clutch here, an engaged clutch. This clutch, it's activating the winding spring, and all the energy of the winding is transferred to the winding spring, this one, which will twist and will hold the energy. Well, this winding springs holds the energy necessary for the movements. That's why for the Wirst watch, it is better to wind it every 12 hours to ensure that the energy is not lost. Well, this one, the winding spring, will transfer the energy to the gears in order to set up the movement of the dials. And let's have a look in more details how it works. So here we have the winding spring or the spring barrel, this one here, which holds the energy. And this will set up, will put in motions some gears, but the main operating components are here. There are two. It's the escape wheel. This is the fork and the balance spring and the balance rotor. This one. This will ensure that the energy from the spring barrel, it's transforming the beats to the watch hands, like tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Right. So, and in this way, the energy that it's tensioned by the spring, the tension is released during a long time and ensures that it's transferred to the movement of the dials. Tick tock, tick tock. Here in the center, this is the main gear. Well, the main gear that holds the dials, this is the road that it's going and holds the watch dials, which are these ones. The hands, well, we say watch dials or watch hands. And now, if we have a look step by step, we're gonna wind the watch. This is step one. And with the help of winding the watch, we're gonna create tension in the spring. Then the main spring gets one from the spinning and transfer the energy forward. And on the step 3, it is received by the escapement wheel, which has this fork, which it will measure in equal parts. Here, the classical sound, ticking sound, it's created. Tick tock, tick tock. Well, And now, based on the equal parts, the balance the wheel beats back and forth like this and this. Right, creating the movement. And after that, with the help of the gears like this ones here, the energy, the gears transfer the beats to the watch hands, creating the dial movements. Right. And this is the basic way of creating the energy necessary for a mechanical watch to run. But also mechanical watch are divided into, we have the classic mechanical watch, which I explained here, the classic system, but there's also another one which is the automatic watch, which automatic is it has the same mechanism but has one component, which is this one, the oscillating white or the hammer. The purpose of this one, of the hammer or the oscillating white, is to auto-wind the watch related to the Wirst hand movement, because the spinning rotor, which is this one, creates energy from motion of the wrist hand. In this way, it's creating an automatic winding without to be winded by hand. Oscillating white, which will auto-wind the watch based on the gravity and hand movements. Now, just to see the external components of the watch, of the Wirst watch, we have the dials here, which with different shapes and designs from brand to brand, but they will show us the time. We have the crystal, which is protecting the watch from outside hits and dust. We have the crown, which we'll use, to wind the watch, and of course, if we pull out the crown one step, the clutch will disengage and will engage another step, and we're gonna set up and readjust the time by moving the dial hands. We have the buckle, which will, the buckle it's different from watchful watch, and there is the bezel. This is the bezel, the outside, and the strap. Well, this is maybe a leather strap, but also watches, they're coming with metal straps and even synthetic or straps nowadays. But back then, in the early stages of watch development, most watches were pocket watches, but after 1900, the Wirst watch appeared, and all of them, they had this strap leather strap. Well, before becoming popular with men, wristwatches were considered a fashion accessories for women in the early 19th century. In 1926, Rolex Oyster introduced the first waterproof wristwatch. Waterproof wristwatch, which features hermetically sealed case, setting a new standard. The first purpose designed wristwatch is often attributed to Cartier. In 1904, Louis Cartier created the Santos wristwatch for his friend aviator Alberto Santos Dumont, who needed an easily readable timepiece while flying, and so the wristwatch was born. Before that, the watches were pocket watches, mostly. And this is how an intricate, basic watch mechanism. It's showing us the time passing. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this type of videos. And until next time, I wish you all the best. Bye bye.